Welcome to Complete with Review, the only show with 100% more movie content, which is great for a video game podcast.
Yes.
I'm one of your hosts, Griffin, and sitting across from me is the movie man, Brad Knight, because you know Brad, he loves his movies.
I do. I watch so many movies. I don't. I watch no movies at all.
Yeah. But you do watch comic book movies.
I do.
Which is why we're talking about this here trailer for this new movie, Suicide Squad.
Yes. And we figured, instead of making our Prime complete with DLC episodes...
Actually, a little bit of backstory. We recorded the regular complete with DLC episode that we had to before we re-recorded it, because you probably
take number 1 out of 3.
You've heard the new good version of it. There was a really bad version before that, and in that we talked about this trailer
more than we talked about video games.
Yes, and it just caused an intense debate between us. So
we figured rather than make our normal Prime episodes like an hour and 45 minutes because we go on these comic book tangents, we'll figure whenever a comic book related thing happens, we can do one of these things.
Yeah, one of these complete with reviews. Unless it's like pictures, then who cares?
Yes, pictures, no.
We'll probably just talk about it for a couple seconds on the show or in real life.
We talk about nothing for a couple seconds.
You're right. We always go on these long tangents. Get ready for that during this too.
Yes, it's what we do best.
So DC had their Night of Heroes or the Dawn of Justice Night or something like that they called it.
Yeah.
And they showed off a bunch of different stuff from Wonder Woman, some stuff from Batman v Superman, but I didn't even look into that because that movie's coming out in like 2 months, so who cares?
I watched the premiere. What was it? It was like CW or whatever it was on.
Yeah, it was on CW. It was after the premiere of The Flash or Legends. I think both those movies premiered both those shows premiered that night. But
yeah, there was a lot of stuff about the new show they're coming out with. I forget the name of it.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's like a spin-off of. They're making like their own little TV universe.
They are.
Yeah,
they're trying to compete with Marvel's Netflix domination they have right now.
Oh yeah, man, they're dominating Netflix.
I think. Getting the first tangent right away here. DC needs to get back into the animated universe because that's where they really.
They have a new Batman thing coming out.
A new animated Batman.
They have a new. It's called Batman Bad Blood. So it's like that Taylor Swift song. It's I forget what exactly happens in it, but they're also doing it.
Yeah, now it's stuck in my head. Thanks.
Now we got Bad Blood.
Thank you.
And
they're breaking out in a song.
And they're doing an animated Killing Joke with Mark Hamill as the Joker.
As he is the Joker.
He basically is the Joker.
Yes.
How weird is it for him, do you think, that he's two iconic characters?
I mean, I imagine that... I don't know, honestly. I don't know what it would feel like to be like synonymous with the character. Like
two different franchises he's synonymous with.
Yeah.
That's weird. That would be weird for me, I think. Like, even just being one of those characters would be weird for me.
just being known as a character, I think that would be insane.
To where if people would drive by on the street and they're like, "Hey, Luke Skywalker." I don't know why.
Do they sound like that?
I mean, I'm from New York.
I'd be like, "Hey, go get checked out because that sounds like you have a problem with your throat."
That's the voice I always do when I make fun of that scene in The Amazing Spider-Man with the cranes. "Hey, Spider-Man, let's all spin these cranes around." Anyway, getting back into this Night of DC stuff, let's just talk quick about the Wonder Woman footage. What did you look at that? Did you see?
I didn't see much of it.
They basically just showed random. They didn't really show her doing any of her Wonder Woman-y type stuff. They showed her on a horse at one point.
Oh, I did see that.
And in like the regular world, pretending to be a regular woman.
I don't think I saw that.
It was all part of the same footage, so I don't know how you didn't see it. But
because I was probably up making a cup of coffee or something.
Probably.
I don't sit still for very long.
It looks good.
I mean, yeah.
Nothing looks bad about it.
Wonder Woman's never been a big character for me in the DC universe. I always thought she was okay, but she's not my favorite by any means. So, I'm excited. I want to see what they bring to the table.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't take 3 years like most of their DC movies to come out.
I think that's why they're really kind of throwing so much in the
Batman v Superman.
They're like, guys, we need Justice League now, otherwise Avengers is going to murder us.
Yes. I forget what else they showed. They showed Batman stuff, but I didn't watch that because that movie comes out in 3 months, so who cares? Or 2 months, so who cares?
I'm sure a lot of people care.
Well, let's get into the big thing here. The Suicide Squad trailer.
Yes.
I thought this trailer was pitch perfect.
I thought
it was what it needed to do to sell me on this movie.
I think it was leaps and bounds better than the first one, because I saw the first one and my immediate thought was, I'm not excited for this movie.
It looked way too dark in the first one. This one looks like it's like a goofy romp.
That was my first impression, was like, okay, they're going to stick with their DC dark and gloomy thing, even for Suicide Squad, which has, don't get me wrong, they're all very serious characters with the exception of Harley Quinn, because she's a ditz.
Yeah,
but
she's crazy.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah, you see what I did there?
I saw what you did there. But I was getting real tired of just the DC dark and gloom, and everything's a shade of brown, black, or gray.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is fine for Batman. Okay,
Even Batman v Superman looks brighter than Man of Steel did.
Yes.
Which, actually, have you ever seen the videos on the internet of people who color correct Man of Steel to look correctly? Because, like, it's all, like, grayed out.
Yeah, it's got, like, that weird filter on it.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that.
When they color correct it to look real, it looks very bright and colorful and nice.
Yeah. I hope someone at DC was like, oh, that's how it's supposed to look. Okay.
Oh.
Got it.
Whoa, wait a minute. Our character who's supposed to be all about good and not about snapping necks, he should be bright and colorful?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I want to think that it was, like, for some reason, all their cameras had... Like, someone pranked them and put, like, a gray film on the lens of all the cameras, and they just didn't notice.
They got it out of storage, and there was just dust over it.
Yeah,
Nobody
they just never cleaned it off.
Nobody got it off. But, as you were saying, sorry. But you were saying dark and gray is good for Batman.
Yeah, because he's a gloomy character, so that's always been his thing. But I've never been... I think it's always I've always been more of a Marvel fanboy to begin with. But I think that's what drew me to it, was it's more inviting, it's more bright and colorful and fun.
I guess in terms of comic book fandom, I identify more with Marvel. Mm-hmm. But my allegiance as my favorite has always been to Batman. So that connects me to that universe more than Marvel, I guess. I don't know. But I always liked Marvel comics better. And they always had better big events, like Civil War and Infinity Wars and Secret Wars, which is the best.
They had a lot of wars.
The best war
is
the Secret War.
Yeah, I would say so. But, so even before, you were already optimistic for this movie, and this
I was more optimistic than you. I was still on the fence because I was getting sick of that dark and gray DC universe crap. Like these characters can be fun. Like, you can have fun with them. They don't need to be always, oh, this is the worst experience of my life.
Yeah.
Because I'm a superhero, even though I chose to be this.
Yeah.
But this one, like, with the second this trailer opened, and it looked a little dark and gray, but the music was kind of inviting me in a little bit more.
Yeah,
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good choice for them.
And
they nailed it with that.
Yeah. It was really good, and I never really thought about that song for action scenes. Because I always think, like, I really like the beginning part a lot in that song, and I think, like, the whole weird opera part in the middle is odd.
Yeah.
But it's good, and I never thought about how that part is really good for, like, if you want to put it in action scenes.
Yeah, I really think they did a good job with the score on this one. I'm still not crazy about Harley Quinn, though. And
that was your main complaint.
Yes.
About it.
She's a little, like, she is ditzy, but in this interpretation, I think she's a little too ditzy. And some of the, I don't know, I'm curious to see what her interaction is going to be with the other characters. If I had to guess going right out of the gate, her and Deadshot, Will Smith's character, they're going to have a big, like, banter back and forth. They're going to be the two that hit it off, if I had to guess.
I think her and Rick Flag as well. Who's the guy at the end who's like, Are you what's
serious?
Wrong with you people?
Yeah. So, we're bad guys. Or I can't do a Harley Quinn voice. But
we're bad guys. That's how her voice sounds. Like, she doesn't do, like, the normal, like, Mr. J sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do a good Harley Quinn impression. I don't know why. I need to stop that.
But everyone else, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about them. I'm not familiar with DC characters enough to judge them based on, say, continuity. Like the Enchantress. I don't know too much about her. Like, I don't know if she's always been this sort of, like, deranged, out of touch character, or if she's been more civilized in the past. Like, I don't know.
She's out of what I've read, she's usually the more civilized of the crazy people.
Okay.
I guess. Like, she's possessed by a witch.
Yeah.
But she usually doesn't, like, go insane like Harley Quinn or even, like, Poison Ivy does sometimes.
What do you think about Killer Croc?
Size is weird for me with that, because most of the representations of Killer Croc and the ones I've seen most of the time,
isn't he usually huge?
He's huge usually, like, especially like in the Arkham games. He's huge.
I always akin him to the dude who turns into a lizard in SpiderMan.
The Lizard.
Yeah, he's called the Lizard. Am I stupid? Yeah, I've always akin him to
Dr. Kurt Connors.
That was the name I was thinking of.
Yeah.
To, like, that size where he's much, much bigger.
Yeah. He's usually huge, but for some reason this he's like normal people size.
Yeah,
which is nice because they're using makeup and it looks infinitely better than if he was just a giant CGI guy.
Yeah.
Like, some characters you can't do in regular, like the Hulk.
Yeah, the Hulk
needs to be CGI.
The Thing.
No, I think the Thing looked good in the really crappy ones. Well, not the really... We can't say the really crappy ones anymore because we have the new
we
one.
have a new standard.
Yeah. But,
I feel like they have the wrong idea with that series. How low can we set the standard this time?
No, see, here's the thing, right? And this is, once again, one of these tangents we're going to go on. I think the original 2 Fantastic Four movies are all right. Like, you know, they're bad compared to, like, some of the superhero movies we've gotten since then and the ones we had at the time.
Yeah.
But overall, they're better representations of the characters than that new one.
Well, I think people seem to forget that for a while, superhero movies were akin to not comic book movies, video game movies.
Yeah.
Where they were
really bad.
They were always awful.
Then, like, X-Men came out.
Yeah, it's like it's a recent development.
I always think that X-Men was before Spider-Man.
Yes. X-Men is...
Like, X-Men...
I think arguably the first good superhero movie.
Yeah. X-Men and... Oh, no, because Blade was before that, too.
Yeah.
Blade is technically a superhero.
Is Blade considered a good movie, though? I've never seen it.
Yeah, the first 2 Blades are pretty good. The third one is absolute garbage.
So they follow the same trope as all the other characters.
It
set the standard for the third movie is always the worst.
Yeah, which is weird because now Deadpool looks like the first good comic movie Ryan Reynolds is going to be in because he was in Blade 3, and then he was in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Green Lantern.
And then Green Lantern.
I like how he made a joke. No CGI.
Yeah, he's like, don't make the suit green or animated, but getting back...
Yeah. Back to DC and
to Suicide Squad. I think that Killer Croc looks really good as a guy in makeup.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to expect out of the character. I don't know how.
I think that gets better performances out of people too when there's something in front of them.
Yeah, I always think of ObiWan in the prequels,
like when he's having conversation with Yoda.
Yeah, either conversation with Yoda or the scene that I always like to mention is when he's fighting Grievous. Yes. And Grievous whips out the 4 lightsabers, and
he doesn't seem to have a reaction.
His face is just blank.
George Lucas didn't say to him, he has 4 lightsabers.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't know what's in front of him right now.
Even then, George Lucas probably didn't know that he was going to have 4 lightsabers. Like, eventually a character artist came to him and was like, this is what General Grievous is going to look like. And he's like, that looks good.
That looks great. Is Jar Jar in the scene?
Can we get Jar Jar in there somewhere? Because I know the kids, they love Jar Jar. I mean, the series is all about Jar Jar.
I feel like my impression of George Lucas is a mix of Peter Griffin in his sarcasm voice and George Lucas.
Oh, never mind then. I love that Peter Griffin.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Oh, well, never mind then.
What I always do when I see these big mashup movies like The Avengers, like Batman v Superman, is like how are the characters going to play off of each other?
I think they're all going to play off well.
I have trouble figuring out how Killer Croc and the dude with the flame hands, I forget his name. This is why I don't do DC.
I'll look it up.
I sound like an idiot.
I'll look it up. Just say your point.
Yeah, I don't know how those two are going to mesh with the rest of the group because I feel like I said, Deadshot and Harley Quinn, as the two, relatively speaking, most normal people on the team, they're both still just humans, just... You know, Deadshot's a really good marksman.
Deadshot and Rick Flag are the 2 most normal people on the team.
Oh, yeah, true. I keep forgetting about Rick. Like, those 3, I feel like are going to have just the best synergy. They're going to banter very well. They're going to have a back and forth. Sort of akin to how Tony Stark and Captain America, I can't speak today, kind of go back and forth. I feel like that's a pretty good way to akin them. Whereas someone like the Enchantress, I feel like is going to be that weird outlier. And I feel the same with Killer Croc. Like, I don't know how they're going to fit on the team. Like, you can make them that weird, they're kind of crazy, let's stay away from them kind of thing. But I don't know. And a team full of crazy, can you really do that?
He is El Diablo.
I should know that, and I don't.
Yeah. I should have known that, too.
Well, then, maybe now that I'm thinking about it, maybe El Diablo and the Enchantress are going to be...
Yeah, they seem to be the 2 magic-based characters.
Magic and sort of out of touch. Well, I don't know about El Diablo. Just from his scene in the trailer where he's looking at his hands, and he closes them, and he kind of goes all, like, spaced out look. Makes me think that he's sort of similar to the Enchantress in the way that he's sort of out of touch with reality. Maybe I'm misinterpreting that, but...
I'm excited for the way I think this movie's going to open.
How do you think it's going to open?
I think it's going to open with, you see that scene quickly in the trailer of Joker in his purple Lamborghini.
Oh, with Harley Quinn?
Yeah, I feel like...
Hope you have insurance or whatever.
Yeah, or something like that. Joker's probably going to do something, like kill somebody, rob a bank, whatever
Things Joker does.
Things Joker does.
Just Joker things.
And Batman's going to, like, beat the crap out of him. and then somehow he's going to break out of Arkham or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think we touched on this yet, but Joker apparently plays a much larger part than I initially thought.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to be a cameo here and there, but he is in a lot of that trailer.
My impression is that he's the guy that they have to go take down. I don't know if that's 100% what it is.
Now, this might be where my DC knowledge is lacking. I know on occasion Harley Quinn has betrayed the Joker, and she's realized how she's screwed up. She's like I'm not even going to try to spout character names because I'm going to screw it up.
Right.
But I know on occasion she has teamed up with people other than the Joker because the Joker screwed her over or didn't, But I feel like this interpretation isn't going to do that. I feel like she's the way she is because of Joker.
The thing with I see where you're probably confused about why Harley Quinn would go against the Joker.
Yeah.
In like this sense. The way the Suicide Squad works is that they're sort of military goons for hire, basically, where they go on these suicide missions and they have these. I don't know, because I don't see them in the movie. Things around their neck. It's usually things around their neck, but it might be something different now, where they literally have like bombs attached to them, where if they don't do what the military wants, the military will just blow them up.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I don't think they mentioned that in the movie, because in the movie they're just like, we're going to send you to do a thing and you're probably going to die, but if you don't, you're free.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. That probably gets revealed in the movie, like when they're in that scene where they're all lined up out on the military base there, yeah. Where they're probably just be like, oh, I'm not going to do this suicide mission for you. It's like, oh, really? Well, then we'll just blow you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably something like that. But at least that's the way it is in the comics. So I would assume that they would continue that in the movie. I don't know why they would change that.
Yeah, otherwise I can't think of, unless you do something like that to make Harley Quinn go against Joker. I always thought I was under the impression that she never did. On very few occasions, obviously.
Yeah.
But someone like Deadshot, he obviously doesn't care. He would do it.
Yeah, Deadshot's kind of a mercenary.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
He's like the
him and Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
I wonder Deathstroke. People are saying they saw Deathstroke in the trailer at one point.
I didn't look closely enough.
And I didn't notice him. So.
But I feel like if he would fit, I think.
That'd be sweet. I don't. They haven't announced that Deathstroke's in this movie, but that'd be cool if Deathstroke was in this universe. I mean, he's probably gonna be in this universe.
Yeah,
eventually.
We'll see him eventually.
Yeah, but that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about any of the characters. As far as I know, Deadshot is considered like the best marksman.
Yeah,
right?
he's the best marksman in the world.
Yeah, and
he never misses, or if he does miss, it's very close.
Yeah, or
or it's Batman just dodging it somehow.
Yeah, do the cop out of, oh yeah, I missed on purpose. Shut up.
Yeah, no, he didn't miss on purpose.
Yeah, but
it's like those guys who like go against people and they're like, I let you win.
Yeah,
I'm sure you did.
You're also the kid who yelled force field on a playground when you were 3. I want to punch you in the face.
Yeah, they're like, no, I have the superpower to never die.
Yeah. But I don't know anything about any of these characters, so this is gonna be my intro into Suicide Squad. So I'm excited but hesitant. That's what this trailer did for me. It was the first one. I'm like, I don't like this movie already. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm already not excited. But this one, I'm like, okay, now I
like the tone of this trailer a lot better, I think.
Yeah, they have a lot more tongue-in-cheek humor than...
A lot more jokes. I like when the guy busts out of the bag and just starts punching all those guys.
Just starts swinging.
It's Captain Boomerang, yeah. Which is weird because he's played by Jai Courtney, which you probably won't understand this analogy, but he's the poor man's Sam Worthington, who's the poor man's Gerard Butler.
I have no idea.
So, do you know who Gerard Butler is, at least?
No.
You've seen 300, right?
The Spartan movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Leonidas.
Okay.
And
so you give me characters, I'm good, but
did you ever see the movie Avatar, the blue alien Avatar?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know what you'd see Sam Worthington in then. Did you ever see Clash of the Titans?
No.
Okay, then I don't know what you'd see Sam Worthington in. Hollywood for some reason was trying to make Sam Worthington a thing for a while. And then,
good on them. Sam Worthington sounds like he deserves a break.
Yeah, no, he doesn't, because he's like one of the worst actors ever. But he was basically just getting all these roles where he was the poor man's Gerard Butler, like especially in Clash of the Titans. And so then Jai Courtney came onto the scene where he seemed to be getting all the roles that Sam Worthington would have. So, like, he was in the last Terminator movie, and he was in the last Die Hard movie. He's pretty bad. Usually he's awful. So
usually.
But he actually looks good in this, which is weird.
I mean, all we've seen is him throw some punches and flip out, so...
I don't know. He made me laugh.
Yeah.
And that's more than I can ever say for Jack Corney and anything else. He's playing Captain Boomerang.
I have the same little nitpick with this trailer that I had with what they did with the twins in X-Men.
Was it in Avengers?
Yeah, maybe it was Avengers. When I don't remember which one said it.
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. And
yeah.
They were maybe it was Avengers. They were explaining the powers, and they say it once, and they're like, "What? Oh, he's fast. She's weird."
Yeah.
Like, no, you didn't explain anything. And they did the same thing in this trailer. Okay, he shoots people. He's a crocodile, and she's crazy. I'm like, well, thanks.
They didn't even do the whole team. They just went for 3 people.
I think they did it Enchantress too. She's possessed by a witch, and she's just crazy. I'm like, well, you told me nothing.
Yeah.
You gave me the literal bare minimum. Like, what does being possessed by a witch do for her, other than her being covered in black paint and looking like she wants to eat my heart?
And she's Cara Delevingne. Cara Delevingne is super attractive.
You said the same thing about Harley Quinn.
Yes.
I disagree. I think she's fine, but I don't find her overly attractive.
Well, maybe Cara Delevingne isn't super attractive. She's just like, she's got a good personality, which leads me to believe her. And she's also the DJ for Nonstop Pop FM and GTA 5, so that makes her have my heart.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You've listened to Nonstop Pop FM, I assume, when you play that game.
You're asking the person who has audio turned off on every video game.
I forgot that you do that.
I do it for most games. There's some games I can't do it with, but...
Obviously, you can't do it for Fallout 4 because of the problem with the subtitles.
Yes. I wish I could, though, because the voice acting sucks.
Voice acting's not bad.
I think we talked about this on the main show before. I hate the voice acting.
I think the animation's what doesn't help that.
Yeah. And if Preston Garvey says one more time there's a son that needs my help, Preston's getting sent into a hole and never's going to get found again. As the lady in the trailer says, I'm going to put him in a hole and throw away the hole. I hate that saying, by the way. I think that's stupid.
I'm going to put him in a hole and throw away the hole?
Yeah, that's what she says. Wait,
you're talking about Amanda Waller?
I don't know who that is. The black chick that says it. Yeah.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm making fun of her. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
How we distinguish the 3 people at that table. The black chick and the 2 other nondescript people who I don't know who they are.
The 2 nondescript white men.
Yes.
I'd assume that they're like a government official of some kind.
Yeah,
I wonder where that dinner's taking place. I wonder if it's in Gotham.
That's probably their title in the credits, actually. Nondescript white guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Government white guy.
I have a lot. Yeah, I have a lot of nitpicks with the trailer, but I'm more excited than I was for the first one.
What are you more? What's the superhero movie you're most excited for this year?
This year?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Batman v Superman coming. We have
Deadpool
coming. We have
Captain America: Civil War. This. And Doctor Strange, which we haven't really seen much from.
I forgot about Doctor Strange. I'm actually kind of excited for Doctor Strange.
I'm excited about Doctor Strange.
I want to see what kind of Doctor Strange they go for. Do they go for like the more realistic where he's magic, but we don't really want to say he's magic, or do we go the full blown? He's just doing stuff we can't explain.
He's doing. They released pictures in Entertainment Weekly, and he's doing like the stuff like the. This.
Jacob did like the upside down SpiderMan hand.
Yeah, well, that's what he does. He does like an upside down SpiderMan hand, or he does like a 3-finger thing. I don't know.
Yeah, which will be cool because that'll be Marvel's first introduction into the magic world in the cinematic universe.
What about Scarlet Witch?
They don't explain her power. That's what I'm talking.
She's basically magic.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, are they going to do that with Doctor Strange too, where they just do that cop out of she's weird?
I doubt they're going to spend a lot of time explaining Doctor Strange's powers. That just doesn't seem the way Marvel wants to go with things.
No, but I feel like I'm hoping at least they give us a good enough understanding that we understand, okay, they're not doing the cop-out of, he's weird too. Now we have 2 weird guys.
Whoa, weird people.
Yeah. But honestly, if I had to pick a movie I'm most excited for, probably Deadpool.
It's so close, and it's so different from everything else.
Yeah.
That I think I'm so excited for that movie.
I'm hesitant, but I hope it's good.
No, don't be hesitant.
It looks
so good.
Because
there were early reviews that came out, and they were all stellar.
This is a problem I have. This is a personal problem that I have, where spoilers don't ruin a movie for me. As much hype ruins a movie for me. Like
didn't hype ruin Star Wars for you?
Like I heard 24/7. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's the best movie I've seen in 5 years. Like now I want to punch you in the face because I'm going to go in there with heightened expectations.
Maybe they should say it's the best Star Wars movie I've seen in 4 movies.
Yeah, like I hate when people hype up a movie because I set my expectations way above where they ever should be when they do that, and then I walk out disappointed.
I mean, they did like early screenings for fans in New York and LA, and everybody came out super positive.
So what are you most excited for?
I think Deadpool. But I don't know. Civil War looks insane.
I know. We've been talking a lot about things that are not Suicide Squad, but I want to get in. I have a nitpick with Civil War too. Actually,
Let's kind of talk a little bit about that after. Let's just give kind of a. What do you give a final grade for the Suicide Squad trailer?
For the trailer?
Yeah, let's do a grade for the trailer, and then let's give a. I'm gonna see it. I'm not gonna see it. Sort of thing. That's what we'll do for trailers.
Okay. 75 out of 100. I'd give it a solid C. And I'm going to see it.
I think I'd give it an A- based on the way it took me from down here to way up.
Yeah, if for comparison purposes, I can already hear people flipping out. Oh, he gave it a 75. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. The first trailer, I was sitting at a 40.
Yeah.
I want
he
nothing.
Gave a failing grade.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with this movie. But now I'm okay.
This one was such an improvement over that first one. I think I'd actually maybe go B+. Actually.
Yeah.
It's a great trailer. And it's gotten, I don't know how I just activated Siri on my watch, and it's just gotten me excited to go see this movie now. Now that I know that the tone isn't just dark and gritty and grim. And
now that I know the Joker is apparently playing a much larger role in the movie, I think honestly that's what did it for me, is that, I want to see more of Jared Leto's Joker, and I want to see how he's going to be.
I'm cautiously optimistic on Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fine Joker.
I always say this. I think that he's going to do a fine acting job as the Joker, because Jared Leto was a good actor. I just don't like the design of his look. That's my one problem with it.
Yeah. So I'm
gonna see it.
Yeah, I've seen every comic book movie to date.
Yeah.
It's the only type of movie that I'm consistent with. Any other genre, I haven't seen it. I promise you, I haven't seen the movie. But comic books, I'm pretty consistent on.
All right. So let's talk about your nitpick with Civil War now.
All right. So my nitpick with Civil War. Well, there are a few. One, I feel like Vision was in the trailer, correct? He was floating in the back.
He might have been in the background of some shots, but they never really explicitly showed him. They Oh, you're talking about in Civil War. I thought you were talking about. I don't know why I was thinking of Age of Ultron.
No, I'm talking about in Civil War.
He's probably I know he's in the movie. He's part of the new Avengers team at the end of Age of Ultron.
It's Falcon, Scarlet Witch,
Cap,
Vision, and
Black Widow.
Yeah, Cap, Black Widow, because those two are training the other three.
Yeah,
but my first nitpick is in the fight scene that you see with Bucky and Captain America pounding on Iron Man. Literally, they're beating the hell out of him, and it doesn't even look like a close fight. And that bugs me for two reasons.
I feel like we've talked about this before, is because Cap gets, because why would Iron Man get that close?
Why in God's name would Iron Man ever get that close to Captain America and Bucky when he knows he has the aerial advantage? That's just a personal...
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the whole fight seems stupid to me.
Why?
Because, they obviously want Bucky to pay for what he's done, and he's been a criminal all these years, and he can't just be welcomed onto the team as if nothing happened. That's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah. I'm a little confused on where they're going with the movie version of Civil War here.
Yeah, because I feel like this is... Maybe I'm comparing it too much to the comic book.
Yeah.
That it's seeing skewed to me, but...
The comic book was... And it seems like the movie, to a large extent, is about they want superhero accountability.
Yes.
But the thing is with the comic, with at least the comic book version, was that S.H.I.E.L.D. wanted them to register their aliases with them.
Yeah.
So they wanted to know that
Peter Parker was Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and
Tony,
that was the big thing.
That was the big thing, was Peter Parker just came out and just told everybody.
Yeah, everybody. That's how you get the Iron Spider, and you get all these other things as a result of that, and at the end they have to wipe everybody's memory. Because, he's like, oh wait, never mind, I screwed up, I don't want to be...
Yeah, a big universe reshuffle, basically.
Pretty much.
But with this, it seems as if, it's just about accountability just in general, because everyone knows who every superhero is.
Yeah, there's nobody who has an alias. And
yeah, Iron Man literally goes, I am Iron Man, and Captain America, everybody knows because he has a big...
he's a museum.
A museum exhibit.
Which Stan Lee got fired from.
Yeah, in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that, at the end of the first Avengers, I was like, does anybody really know who Captain America is?
Yeah.
But then...
Yeah, that gets cleared up pretty quickly. Thor is just Thor. Everybody knows Bruce Banner is the Hulk.
Yeah, because and even then I was like, does everyone know who the Hulk is? But then there's that one part where what's her face, that S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, is like, nobody's calling for the arrest of Banner yet.
Yeah.
So
the even Black Widow, who's a secret agent, came out in television in that court thing where she's defending what's his name? I forget.
Which one was this in?
And
it was an Iron Man 2, was it?
No.
Because I remember there's those parts with the Senate hearings in Iron Man 2.
No. Why am I not remembering this? I'm having a horrible memory day today. She's explaining I had a complete blank. Am I making this up? No.
The only thing I can remember that's really like a court case in those movies is Iron Man 2's Senate scenes.
No, when he's making fun of the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And then he's
I know
like,
what
F
you're
you,
talking
Mr. Stark.
Yeah. No. I want to say it was Winter Soldier. It's Black Widow sitting in the court scene. All the
Oh no, I think that's just like a secret shield thing at the end, or maybe that is a.
I'm almost positive on it.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. It's at the end of Winter Soldier.
Okay, so
okay, now
it did happen. I didn't just make something up.
It's jogged my memory. I forget if that was just like a secret shield thing, or if that was.
It looked like a courtroom because I remember there were like cameras and pictures flashing.
No, then maybe yeah, maybe everyone wanted to arrest Captain America.
I think the only one who doesn't have who isn't like known to the world is Hawkeye, just because nobody talks to him. He's never in the news.
And that bow and arrow guy.
Yeah.
I guess technically like Scarlet Witch would be.
Oh yeah, true.
Too.
I'm annoyed they killed off Quicksilver. I know they had to, but
spoilers, bro.
Oh please, I don't want to hear the
They had to because X-Men uses Quicksilver as well.
Well, they had to for two reasons. The same reason X-Men didn't use him is because when you have somebody with that kind of ability, he immediately solves every problem before it happens.
X-Men used him in Days of Future Past.
Well, yeah, but in
and he's in the new one too.
Yeah, in Days of Future Past, you see him in the beginning when he breaks out.
That seems awesome.
It is. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then he goes home.
Yeah.
He's not in the rest of the movie. That was a big
because his power is just basically a it's like a cop out. You could do anything with it.
Which is that's why they have to kill him off, and every time he shows up in a movie, or they have to make him not used, is because he solves any problem before it becomes a problem.
He has a great scene in Avengers: Age of Ultron too, when he's running and he tries to grab Thor's hammer,
and he just gets pulled backwards. Yeah.
That movie's good. Yeah. I don't care what anyone says. I like the first Avengers more, but that's a good movie.
I don't know. I don't know between the two of them. I think I like the first one more too.
I like the villain more in Age of Ultron though. I like Ultron better than Loki.
I think what everybody is upset about is we didn't get the villain we were expecting from Age of Ultron. We were expecting a serious, no strings on me kind of.
Yeah, and then he just turned into another Tony Stark.
Yeah, he's Tony Stark 2.0.
Yeah.
Which is take that for what you will.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I
want to see more of Civil War. I feel like the trailer we saw, it excited me, but it didn't excite me enough.
I think I'm annoyed how little Spider-Man is in it. Because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero.
Here's the thing, right? We say that Spider-Man's in it a little because we don't see him in any of the commercials, so you assume that he's only in a couple scenes. Apparently, they can't show him in the commercials because of something to do with the Sony deal.
That's possible.
Marketing type. No, that literally the directors came out and said it.
Okay.
That's why we haven't seen Spider-Man yet. Because they said they would have showed Spider-Man.
I heard a rumor floating around that he was going to be nothing but comedic relief in the movie. And if that's the case, I'm going to be really annoyed because I get it. He's going to be 14 years old. He's just got his powers, and I'm okay, fine, but I don't know.
I think
who's playing him, by the way?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland has been in nothing really. He was in that whale movie that just came out. With
Free Willy?
Yes, he was in the 1990 movie Free Willy.
Okay.
No, he was in it had Thor in it. And it was like Moby Dick, but it wasn't Moby Dick. I didn't know if you'd seen an ad for it somewhere.
No, the name doesn't ring a bell.
I forget what it was called. It was called In the Name of the Sea or something like that, or In the Sea, or had something to do with the sea. But that's the only movie.
Deadliest Catch?
Yes, it was Deadliest Catch, the reality television program.
I mean, hey, it has to do with the sea.
But yeah, I forget what movie that. Yeah, he hasn't done much, and he's 19.
I hope I like this interpretation of Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's the only really interpretation that's going to matter.
If I can get in a perfect world, I want Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, and I want Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
Yes.
Give me someone who can do those two things, and you have found the perfect Spider-Man.
My problem with Andrew Garfield is I think he's the perfect Spider-Man. Yeah. His movies are crappy, but he's his version of Spider-Man is perfect. I just think he's too pretty to be Peter Parker.
He's Peter Parker's that. Peter Parker's Tobey Maguire. He's awkward. He's not socially inept, or he is socially inept.
Yeah.
Not Andrew Garfield could walk into anybody's party and he's immediately welcome. He's going to chat.
Yeah, and he skateboards. Like, if you skateboard, you're automatically cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, I know, like, there's this whole thing of, like, ooh, Gwen Stacy doesn't like me. Gwen Stacy would love you immediately.
Listen, just because you give him glasses doesn't make him a nerd. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
You tried, and congrats on you, but...
There's some good fight scenes in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, too.
Yeah, I don't hate him as much as everybody else did.
I didn't like the second one at all.
I thought
the second one was so dumb. It reminded me of Batman and Robin in the worst way. It reminded me of Batman and Robin in the worst... Because, like, at least with Electro... Like, before he's Electro and he's like that goofy scientist, oh, I gotta go home, it's my birthday, and I'm best friends with Spider-Man because he saved me once.
Yeah.
And he fell into the vat of electric eels.
He's that guy.
Yeah. But then I thought when he was Electro, he did stupid stuff too, like when he was fighting him and he was going through the electricity things, and then he was playing Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Yeah.
And he was like, I hate this song. Oh, I hate that movie.
I don't know, I thought it was alright. It's the second worst Spider-Man movie in my opinion.
Can I guess what the first one is?
Yes.
Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
I think it's worse than Spider-Man 3.
Really?
Yeah. Spider-Man 3 has some enjoyable moments in it.
It does, but I think Amazing Spider-Man 2 had some enjoyable moments.
The best scene being when James Franco eats pie, and he's like, oh, it's so good.
What's our recording time at, Jacob? I'm curious.
We're at about like 35 minutes.
Alright, I think that's a good place to wrap up.
I think that's a good place to wrap up.
Want to do a quick wrap-up? Just a recap of everything we talked about for the episode?
So, we're high on... Well, I'm higher than you, but we're high on Suicide Squad now.
B+ for you, C for me.
C for me.
Both gonna see it.
Both gonna see it. Most excited for Deadpool.
Yes.
Both of us, I think. It's either Deadpool or Civil War. I go back and forth.
I would say Deadpool, Doctor Strange for me.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Is Black Panther this year? Or is it next year?
No, I think it's next year. But Black Panther's in Civil War.
Yeah, he's in Civil War.
So that's what confused me.
Something we didn't talk about. He looks really cool.
Yes, he does.
So I'm excited for that.
They got the guy who directed Creed to direct the Black Panther movie. I haven't seen that. Heard really good things about it.
I wanted to see it, but I didn't see it.
I've heard really good things about it.
That's going to be the next movie I watch, probably. If not Deadpool.
You can probably find it on the internet at this point in good quality.
No, that's illegal, Jacob.
Yeah, would never do that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, honestly, I don't. I don't do any torrents or anything like that. I hate it. It's boring.
I just use a website to watch things sometimes. It's mainly just if I'm
Netflix.
bored.
It's great. You should try it.
Yeah, Netflix. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, let's. I think we should wrap up.
Yeah, we're just gonna wrap up. So, 2016, the year of superheroes.
Yeah.
See if it all blows up in our face this year.
It probably will. We're getting way too many superhero movies.
It's eventually the bubble's gonna pop,
and
I'm gonna be sad when that day comes.
Yeah, but I'm gonna enjoy the ride up.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be quite a roller coaster. So this has been a Complete with Review. I'm Jacob Griffin.
I'm Brad Knight,
and thank you for listening.